Welcome back to Tweenhills Stud, where our born to run story of a racehorse has moved up a gear with the arrival of Lady Rebecca's foal by Cave Taro. So Ben, one of the first things that strikes you about this filly is just how leggy she is, and also she's quite lean as well. Presumably at this stage there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that she'll fill out nicely in time.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about at all. She is very leggy, but she's going to have some good size. Sure. You know, she'll be quite big. I mean, one of her foals, Captain John Smith, is very, you know, he's a good 16.2, 16.3, so she will be up there with them.
And Ben, in a funny way, Lady Rebecca as a racehorse was remembered as being on the small side, but her owner David Redvers argued that it was because she was racing against some quite big horses. Is she a typical national hunt size for a mare?
Probably. I mean, for a hurdler, yes. You know, for a hurdler she is. I mean, if she was a big chasing mare, you know, she'd probably be a bit more bigger, a bit deeper in the chest, but you know, she is unfortunately starting to look her age now. Yeah. Anyway, and she's just starting to lose her top line. And, you know, but she's done the foal very well.
And when you say the top line, it's just everything sort of is beginning to drop a bit.
Exactly, everything's starting to sag. Yeah. It is, everything's starting to sag.
She almost trips over herself, doesn't she? And Cave Taro Hussar obviously is not a typical jump size either. I mean, he's a very well bred flat horse. What would you expect from this filly in time?
It depends how big she's going to go. I mean, you would think really that she is going to be a hurdler, but her size will depict, you know, sort of whether she goes jumping or not.
If you look at her now in the paddock, what are the things trying to see into the future that would most appeal to you about her?
At the minute, it's just her outlook. It is very bubbly. She's very in your face, very brave. You know, she's not scared of anything.
And I mean, to the layman, comparing her to our flat filly, Born to Run, who's now a yearling, she was a bit more intent on food, a bit more self-contained than this one. This one's, as you say, is bubblier, has just got a bit more perkiness about her. Would that be fair?
I would say so. I would say so. I mean, it's quite, you know, it is a very happy foal, and you know, is very, very brave. She's very easy to handle, which makes it easier. She's got a good outlook on life.
And seeing Lady Rebecca in the box and out here, she comes across as a very calm, gentle mother. Do you get cases of thoroughbreds not being such good mothers? You
will get the odd mare, and touch wood, it doesn't happen that often, that don't really accept the foal straight away, and they have been known to savage the foal. You know, sort of bite and kick, but you know, touch wood, it doesn't happen that often. And it is something, the mares, you know, they will grow out of it, and it tends to happen in maiden mares that you know, that had the first foal and have gone through it all, and they're just not quite sure, and they will grow out of it. But as I say, now and then you might have to take the mare off and foster the foal. Right, right.
Ben, looking at her skipping around with those long legs of hers, well, when will the main part of her, the trunk if you like, start catching up?
I mean, at the minute, she's here, she comes out here for about an hour a day, give or take. Because even though she's quite leggy and quite tall, she is quite weak still. And with the ground being as hard as it is, because you've had no rain, you wouldn't want to galloping about too much.
Sure.
Too much on here, really. So you just we'll keep this going for another week or so. I mean, she's normally out with Lady Sam. We pair them up and they go out together.
Right.
You know, and you'll get a month, sort of 4 weeks. You'll be a huge difference.
Okay. And Lady Sam, of course, is Lady Samantha, who's a daughter of Lady Rebecca and has just produced a foal by the same sire, Cape Tara. That one was a wee bit earlier, wasn't it?
3 weeks early.
Yeah.
And 3 weeks early.
Are they fundamentally different in size and shape?
Not necessarily. I mean, Lady Samantha's foal was a first foal, so it was a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Because it was a first foal. But it changes all the time.
And this one, of course, was born 3 weeks late, I think.
Yes.
Does that have any significant difference?
Not really. Not really. Any foal that goes over a period of time, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they will come out with a bit more of a thicker coat and maybe a longer mane. But that's all.
She loves that tree, doesn't she?